welcome back to another video. Today going to be talking about Need for Speed Unbound again, because as well as the car list and the trailer and the first gameplay trailer, there's also an interactive map on Need for Speed's website, along with a whole load of images of the upcoming world. So the first thing you'll have noticed is that on the map there are 8 of these little numbers scattered around the place. So if we click on one, it brings up more information and an image. So if we start with number 1, which is RUDIGER'S Rides, everyone's got to start somewhere. RUDIGER'S Rides will be your first safe house, allowing you to fix up your rides, stash your cash, and duck from the cops while your heat dies down. This first location does look incredible at night, with the lighting reflecting in the puddles, as Need for Speed always does so well. Then if we click on the little arrow down here, it takes us to the next one, 2 over here. The storm drain at CYRILL Heights. You're not supposed to be here, but you are. Pull up to your first meetup at the storm drain and challenge the best of Lakeshore's underground street racing community. The storm drain's kind of cool, but to me it just looks like any other storm drain in any other game. It's been done so many times. And on to number 3, right the way up here. The city pier at Underwood Gardens. Get noticed under the lights. Flaunt your unique style amongst the freshest street art and illuminations as you disrupt the fun of the fairground with some unruly driving. The fairground at night does look pretty good, especially with this big lit up Ferris wheel and the view of the city. Again, like with that first image, Need for Speed always does nighttime cities brilliantly. Anyway, on to number 4. RUDIGER'S safe house in YAMS Park. Need to lay low when your heat's high. Safe houses are all across Lakeshore, and RUDIGER'S safe house is the place to chill whilst cops are on your tail around YAMS Park. So that's where you kind of hide to lose heat, I guess. And this really captures the sort of vibe of a rundown industrial garage type place, which works perfectly for a safe house where you have to lie low. On to number 5, the car plant at the Kennedy test track. Push your custom to the limit with twisting corners, a slick courtyard for drifting, and jumps to test the wings on your ride. The Kennedy test track has it all. And I really hope this racetrack's done well and is a great place to have some fun, because I did enjoy the one on Heat, but it was essentially an oval, so there wasn't much you could do. So hopefully this has a little bit more to it than that, so we can enjoy driving our cars in a sort of more track environment. Number 6 is the Quarry Domes in Lakeshore Quarry. It's easy to get caught up in the urban jungle. Head out to the quarry, get your rims muddy, and fill the domes with layers of stylized tyre smoke. The Quarry Domes are also a really cool, very different area. You can just catch a glimpse of the massive dump truck in the corner as well, and in proportion to the police car over the other side of the image, that really gives you a scale of the dome and the truck and these other buildings here. So a really kind of different industrial off-road zone to play about with. The L train in the city. See the city from a new perspective. The L train's track runs through the heart of the city, and Lakeshore's most disruptive drivers aren't known for buying a ticket. So drive on the tracks like you could in the previous few games. And this shot obviously focusing on the train and them telling us that we can drive on the tracks essentially. But there's a few other things here that I'd like to look at. Like, can you drive down here on these lower bits near the river by going down these stairs? It looks like it's bollarded off, so maybe not. But there's a good selection of city roads here and a lot of nice tall buildings. But one other thing you might notice in the background, which I didn't actually notice this myself until somebody pointed it out, but some of these bridges are open. So does that mean when we're driving about they will every so often open up these sort of, well, not drawbridges, whatever you call them. These bridges will sort of open up so that boats can go under, which would be a really cool element if, for example, you're in a police chase. You could have a bit of a Blues Brothers moment jumping over the top of one of these. I really hope they are just randomly done so that that can happen as you're driving around. On to 8, the final location. The mountain road at Kennedy Drive, and just look at the height of that bridge. That is incredible. Lakeshore's a city that demands attention. Head up to the mountains, pull some drifts, and hear that engine roar as the city's skyline provides the perfect backdrop. And the final location is possibly the most spectacular. As with the quarry, just look at the scale of the bridge. I know that was the first thing we kind of noticed with this image, but look how high up it is. That is so cool. It actually reminds me of some of the locations in Horizon 1, where you had some of the dams and high up bridges and you could look down on the rest of the map. But yeah, really good to see some height in there, because games often forget about that. Even Forza has a volcano, but apart from that, it's all very flat. So this is really, really good to see. And that is going to be all for today's video. Just a bit of a short one, taking a quick look at the map and some of the locations around this world that we're going to be able to explore in Need for Speed Unbound. So do let me know what you think of this map and images. Are you excited for it? Or do you think it feels just a little bit too similar to the previous few games? As ever, I do look forward to hearing more about Need for Speed Unbound as and when they release some more news drops. And of course, I look forward to playing the game on December the 2nd. For now though, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.